Hi there, this is Mr. M. Good morning. Just checking in with all of my teacher friends from all around the world. I'm sure you're waking up to this new situation that we're in, that we have to go all of a sudden to online learning. Here in Korea, we've been doing it for about a month already. So there's a lot of things that I wish I could help you out with. So I'm gonna give you 5 different tips on how to make virtual learning more interesting. But before I begin, so some disclaimers. First off, our school is a one-to-one technology with our students. So that means they have laptops and we have laptops. So they both have access to the internet and computers. So keep that in mind when I'm going over things. Also, we are on a asynchronous model. It means that during the day, while the kids are going to go to class, their regular schedule, they are checking into our online classes at the same time. So if you're doing an asynchronous model where you are not going and matching up with the schedules and you're just posting things online, adapt this to make it work for you. And lastly, I teach math in the middle school. So middle school is crazy because the kids are crazy, but you can adapt this and see what works best with you. So let's go ahead and get started. 5 different tips in order to help you make virtual learning fun, interesting, and engaging and effective for your students. So number 1, this is not business as usual. So just keep it simple. Think about the first week of school when everyone was just trying to get used to the programs and how it's working. You're gonna have to do the same thing. Reset norms with your students. When you're introducing things, it's probably best to go ahead and introduce them in a fun way. So if there's a new program, go ahead and make it a game first, and then introduce content and slowly build up on it. So keep it simple at first, and you slowly build up on that sections. Number 2, make sure you don't sit. If you are taking your classroom and you're normally standing in front of a board, go ahead, adjust. Make sure that you stand up and move around. If you're in front of a whiteboard or if you are going around, stand up. Make sure that you are doing the same thing you're doing. If you are having small group discussions, then maybe that's when you sit. Look at what works best for you as when you're engaging the students, but you want to have the same amount of energy. And I like to stand because I move around and my hands go everywhere. All right, so number 3, while you are up, go ahead and make sure you stretch. You guys are going to be standing all day staring in front of the computer. Model this for your kids. You might have to actually have stretch breaks. Let them do it too. Look at the cameras, see if they could do it as well. And then also make sure that you're resting your eyes. Build in some eye breaks in there. It could be closing your eyes. It could be staring off into the distance, taking a look out the window. Oh, hey, neighbors. Hi. Any case, go ahead, model it for your students. Get them relaxed, stretch, and moving. And even better, if you can, have them like get away from the computer for a little bit. All right, so that is number 3 for stretch breaks. Number 4, this is not a regular classroom. Utilize the activities and technology that you have available. So let's go ahead and try to do something like this. Split screen. If you have more than one device, you could use it to go ahead and set something up like this. So you have a dual screen to work with your students. I'm going to go ahead and zoom in. Let's go ahead and solve this problem. So we have a complementary angles right here. 30 plus x is equal to 90 degrees in complementary. So we're going to take 30 away from both sides. X is going to be equal to 60. Solved. All right.
Ooh, by the way, do you know why they call them complementary angles? Because when you have 2 acute angles next to each other, you can't help but to complement them. Sorry, math teacher. Moving on.
That's the way that you could utilize the boards in your rooms and have this split screen so that you can take advantage of that situation. Also, take advantage of the space. You're no longer confined to the classroom. Slowly get to understand what that means. So as an example, let's go ahead and think of different activities that they could do around the house. One of the things that they can do, I unpin this for a second. We are looking, take it easy with yourself as you slowly get the hang of using technology to do instructional videos. You can also zoom in on these different spots and have them look at this. All right, have them do scavenger hunts. Get them outside of the area and look around their house, things that they can't do normally in the classroom. So normally in the classroom, we want to find a circular object for them to measure. They would normally grab like a water bottle. Water bottle is a good idea. Oh, Cal Poly, hashtag learn by doing. So you can use this, have them measure this water bottle, or since they're at home, you can have them measure something bigger, like a pan. So just have them find this and have them something to measure it. I need a measuring device. Oh, excuse me. Right, yeah, right down there. All right, so there you go. There's the diameter. Measure it. Have them explore their house a little bit more. Have them get out of the computers and walk away. One of the things that might be the most important is number 5, is making sure that you utilize what you have available. Make it a little fun. One of the things that I tell fellow teachers who are new or my student teachers is that make sure that you're having fun. Yeah, the longer you are engaged and the more you're engaged, the more you're connecting with the students, the more likely they are going to be excited and ready to learn. So to all my friends all over the world, make sure that you are keeping safe. Hopefully these help you out. Make sure you're using your hand sanitizers. Ooh, does that work? And good luck with everything that you are working on. And ooh, here's the button here. Oh, San Francisco, my hometown. It makes me so excited. I want to dance without pants. You can do that when you're virtually teaching. All right, so hope you guys have fun. Enjoy your time there. All those dances make me hungry. But San Francisco, I know what to do. Clam chowder, bread bowl. I'll be right back. Gonna grab some lunch. I'll see you guys later. Good luck. See ya.